What's going on, everybody? So I have a common question that's asked a lot about air crew, and that is, what does a flight physical entail? People freak out about it. I freaked out about it. But it's really just a rollover from MEPS. It's like a more thorough MEPS. And I say thorough, it doesn't mean that they go digging through more personal stuff than MEPS. It's just they cover more areas of your health than MEPS. So the question was brought up from Dreams of Kaya. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. K-A-I-A, Kaya. To kind of go over what a flight physical looks like. So I cannot vouch for a second or third or first class. I can only speak on behalf of the third class, which is aircrew guys in the back, enlisted aircrew. So we're going to kind of go over my notes for the Class 3 flight physical for the Air Force. So the first point I've made is vision. Obviously, people freak out about vision, and they think that if they don't have 20/20 or better, that they're not going to be able to fly. That's false. There are waivers, and there is a threshold or a limit of kind of the vision range there. The first thing that they go over in your vision is your depth perception. So you're going to stick your eyes on this machine. You're going to look into the screen, and you're going to try to tell them which one sticks out further than the other circles. It's normally there's 4 circles. It's normally one of the inside circles, just a heads up. So yeah, depth perception. I got a phone call, so it screwed my video up. Point 2 is the colorblind test. Basically, they turn all the lights off. You're going to look at a screen. If you're colorblind, you'll be able to see the numbers. If you are, you're going to struggle. But I missed some on mine, and here I am flying. So yeah. Point 3 is they will dilate your pupils. This is mad uncomfortable. And for me, this was like the first thing they did all day. They dilated my pupils after the depth perception and colorblind test. So I was literally blind as heck for the rest of the day. Like, yeah. So basically they're I don't know. They dilate your pupils. So after they dilate your pupils, you'll go to hearing. Hearing is basically, they'll say, have you had any type of cold to allow you to have any more fluid in your ears than normal, to basically just make sure that you can hear the best possible. They'll put these headphones on your ears, and they'll put you in this little room, and you'll have a button. And anytime you hear just the slightest tone in either ear, click a button. But they'll like start with like your left ear, and they'll go through like this frequency range, and they'll go to your right ear, and they'll go through this frequency range, and then they'll kind of bounce back and forth. Honestly, I was just clicking the button. Next for me was a urinalysis. So the typical P screen, you know, if you're in the military, you're used to it. The blood work. So if you don't like needles, here you go again. From blood work, I went to blood pressure. So basically they just took my blood pressure, make sure I didn't have high blood pressure, low blood pressure. So make sure you're not eating anything that's gonna kind of make that fluctuate. Get a good breakfast, take a few deep breaths before you go to that, and just don't let it stress you out. From here I went to dental. Believe it or not, I looked at my teeth. I don't know. From there, I kind of went through like a little small psych eval with the flight surgeon. Yeah, so basically like the commander of that med group sat me down. I don't know how I got stuck with the commander, so super stressed out. They make you read the paragraph, and it's literally the same paragraph at MEPS. So if you're not a good reader or you don't read well under pressure, just memorize it, because it's literally the same one from MEPS. Yeah, and they'll kind of ask you some, have you ever thought about harming yourself, and, you know, the usual. But as far as a flight physical, it's not too crazy. It's definitely way different than MEPS. It's a lot more laid back. It's a lot more slower pace. There's no yelling. There's no... I mean, if you do it at boot camp, I don't know. I did mine before I ever went to boot camp because I'm in the Air Guard, so I'm one of those guys. But a lot more laid back than MEPS for me as an Air National Guardsman. So yeah, not too much to it. So thank you for your question, Kaya, and I hope this covered everything you needed to know. If you have any more questions, let me know. Just drop my pencil. So I hope everyone has a great rest of the week, and let me know if y'all have any more questions.